All right, be honest, guys. When you stay in a hotel, first thing you do when you wake up, you go check on your bike, don't you? I did. Look, there's frost on the windshield. I am in Luray, Virginia. So I did a trip on the first video you saw. I was in Skyline Drive, and now I'm in my hotel room that I stayed over here. I know you really can't see this too much, but this is the whole entire map of Skyline Drive. I started up north, which is by Thornton Gap, and then you can go all the way to the very top, and that's by a town or a city called Front Royal, and then it takes you all the way to the bottom, and you end up by Charlottesville. I did about 80% of it yesterday. I started up at Thornton Gap, went all the way down here, and got off about 20 miles or 25 to 30 miles before the end of it, because it was getting late. And instead of going home, I ended up getting a hotel room in this town of Luray. Look, I'll show you. Look, it's me. Hey, so I haven't taken a shower yet. I got my coffee going. I think this is my third cup going on this morning. I'm trying to wake up. All right, I'm gonna get ready. There's the bike again, and get on the road again for another great day on Skyline Drive. You know you're in an old hotel when you still have a key. Who still uses keys? All right, gotta drop you off, buddy. Bye-bye. Enjoyed your night. All right, let's get on the bike and head out. I'm thinking before I head out to Skyline Drive, I'm gonna stop by the caverns, show you guys around real quick, at least show you the outside. I'm not going inside. And then we'll see what the town looks like of Luray. All right. Oh, funny story. I gotta tell you guys this. First, that Gennaro's right there. That's where I ate last night, carry out. But see that Quality Inn right there? Now, when I was coming in, there wasn't a lot of choices for hotels. So I ended up stopping there first, and I went in. I'm like, I'd like a room, please. And they were sold out. Go figure, right? During this pandemic, and, you know, good for them. I'm happy for them. The lady there wasn't the most pleasant lady in the world, but you know what? Who cares? So I asked her a couple places that were close, and she recommended the 5-star hotel that I stayed at last night, the Budget Inn. Now, they were not sold out. But anyway, the story. So when I pulled into that Quality Inn, and it was, I don't know, it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock last night when I got in. For some reason, I took off my glasses when I took my helmet off, and normally I do that, but I put them right back on. Well, I left them on the bike, and I went in, asked her, and she said no, so I went back out, popped my helmet on, and go about 3 blocks to the next hotel, or even 2 blocks, you know, you just saw it's pretty close. I realized I don't have my glasses on. I was like, oh no. So I'm like freaking out, because for those of you that wear glasses, you get this. So I'm not necessarily blind, but it's super blurry for me. So like I'm freaking out, walking around thinking I just dropped them or I had them, looked at all my saddlebags, not there. So I figured, okay, they must have fallen off when I was at that Quality Inn. So I didn't ride my bike over there, I just walked. And once I got over there, I gotta watch these directions too, guys, so because I'm taking you to the caverns. So it looks like I gotta take a right up here on Northcott. So as I went in, asked the lady, and she, of course, being her pleasant self, said no. Like, all right, they're not in there. I didn't leave them in the, no one found them. So I went outside, and there was this car parked right over where I parked the bike when I first got to that hotel, the Quality Inn one. And there were 2 people in it, husband and wife. And, you know, this is really awkward for me, because then I went and said, hey, I know this is really, really strange, but can I look underneath your car? And you could tell the wife was like telling him something like, don't open the door, it's a big bad motorcyclist. But he did. He opened the door, and then I asked him very politely, listen, told him the story. I said, do you mind if I look under your car? And sure enough, I looked under his car, and my glasses were right there, about a ½ inch from his tire. So if he would have gone over an inch more, I would have been really in trouble. All right, kind of anticlimactic, because everything's underground, but I'll pull in anyway. They open up at 9 a.m., but it's not looking like they have a big crowd so far. I think they're open. I hope they're open. I'm assuming they're open. All right, well, there's a cafe and carriage caravan museum, and there you go. There's Luray Caverns. Wow, pretty insane, right? Aren't you glad you stuck around to see the front of Luray Caverns? It's a nice, big, spacious parking lot. You can come out here and get some practice on your bike. This is what I'm talking about right here. There's hardly anybody, I mean anybody on the road today. Just a beautiful ride up to the entrance to Skyline Drive. It's like only, feels like about 60. Let's check here. See how close I am. 55. So it's a little bit chilly. So we're entering the Shenandoah National Park right now. And it's kind of hard to see with that blinding sun in my face. And of course, look what I forgot to do this morning. I forgot to gas up. So I have probably, let's see here. Ooh, I guess I should pay attention going around the corner instead of looking at my range. I have 124 miles to go before I run out of gas. I should be okay, because the entire length, or the length that I'm doing today on the Skyline Drive will not be that, so I should be able to get to Front Royal and gas up. But I can't believe I forgot to gas up. Silly me. Imagine taking this route every day to work. Oh, I would kill for that. Of course, in the wintertime, I might not feel that way. But wow, right now, I mean, look at the colors, guys. It's just an amazing ride. Okay, looks like I'm coming up to the entrance again. And this is the same one I took when I came from the other side. Now, I could have gone down south from Luray and picked it up on that place. I can't remember the name of it, Swordfish or something. But I didn't do that. So instead, I rode about 25, maybe 20 miles north. And I'm going to hit Thornton Gap again. And then I'm going to take that and go straight up to Front Royal. So here we go. We're pulling in. And I forgot to mention on my first video that if you buy a pass, it's good for 6 days. So even though I bought one yesterday, but because I bought a pass, I've got through 6 full days. So no charge today. A little bit of a line. How are you? Sorry, it's crumpled up. It works. All right, thank you, ma'am. North to, oh, never mind, I just answered my own question. That's Front Royal. Take care. I have no idea what she was saying. Doesn't matter. I'm going north today. Guys, what did she expect from me? Of course I'm going to pull over in the overlooks again. Because that's how I roll. Check it out, Mr. Jeep with the American flag. Wow. I say I'm going to pull right here and get a nice photograph of this in the background. You know, because you gotta put stuff on Instagram, right? Look at that. Beautiful. You guys are probably sick of all the superlatives I keep saying. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen a ton of riders out here. I saw on my first day, I think I saw probably about 10. But today I only passed 2 so far. It's just an outstanding day to be on the bike. Seeing all these colors out here. There's some picnic grounds over there. It looks like if you need to use the bathroom, you can. Even all that coffee in me. I don't have to go. I've known, like when I'm on the bike, I have an iron bladder. You know, something like yesterday it hit me. But usually, like I can go miles and miles and I'll push myself. I don't know why I do that. I know like whenever I'm on the bike, it's like Superman with the bladder. Hope you guys aren't sick of these stops yet, but this is a long one. So I figured I'd stop and look at me try to walk on this rock wall here. If you don't laugh, you see me fall. On my first day I fell a couple times. Of course I probably need to look where I'm going. It's like riding. Look where you want to go. This is one nice overlook. Give you guys a whole panoramic of it. Oh, is that a cell tower up there? Couldn't be. So I have 0 cell service. Okay, I'm going to get down because I can just foresee me falling on my ass and tumbling down that hill. Make for a good video though. But the road itself, from a riding standpoint, it really has exceeded my expectations. I mean, I'm surprised there's so many twisties in here. It's not a ton of sweepers. They're kind of short twisties, and it's been a lot of fun just riding it. Even though I've been stopping a lot, But if you just come out here and don't do any stops and you get lucky where there's not a lot of traffic, you could tear this up. I mean, of course, you only could go like 35 technically, but you could go a little bit faster in some areas. But one thing I did know, not today, but on my first day I did this, when you get stuck in traffic, I'd say 75-80% of people are pulling off at all these stops. So it's not for long, and then the stops are it seems like every half mile or a mile. So you're not like stuck behind like a friggin' Winnebago for a long time, right? I haven't really been abiding by that 35 mile per hour posted speed limit. Now, I've been good for the most part, but generally I'm probably hitting 45, 50. Now on the straightaways, you're doing a lot faster. But for the most part, I respect the speed limit along here, but 35 just might be a hair slow. I'm really glad I stayed that extra night. I mean, coming up here on day 2, even though yesterday was nice, for some reason today's better, and I think it's probably because of the lack of traffic. While I didn't have a lot yesterday, but this is non-existent today. So the ride and this little route heading up north towards Front Royal, it's nice. I can't stress this enough. If you have a motorcycle, get out here and ride this road. It is worth the $25. Like I said earlier, you can get one and ride this for a couple days if you'd like and stretch it into a 2 or 3 day trip. It's beautiful out here, man. The roads are great. I'd highly, highly, highly recommend it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these videos, the first one that I did last week, and then this one. Now get out there and ride, guys. If you can, do something like this. Well worth it. Well worth it. I am so happy I did this. Be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.